Good morning, everybody. This is Creole Alex in English. But today, and with my genealogy journal, I'm going to work on the family of Julien Gallot. Julien Gallot is a brother to one of my ancestors, Helene Tom. And I first found out about Julien Gallot when I got the marriage record of one of my fourth great grandmother's Olympe's sisters, Rosalie's daughter Celeste listed her father as Julien Gallot. At that time, I had no clue who this Julien Gallot was, but me being experienced with genealogy, I knew that Julien Gallot had to be somebody of a known public figure to say. Because, my family, the way they did back then, they didn't just make children with anybody. These people had to have some kind of trade skill or some kind of public status in order to even make children with some of my ancestors coming from the families they were coming from. So I was pretty curious to find out who Julien Gallot was. And to make that more interesting, they actually had two Julien Gallots in the parish. So it was kind of, pretty fun to figure out exactly which Julien Gallot fathered the child of one of my ancestors' sisters. So that made the research finding Julien Gallot was even more fun for me. But I later found documentation that this same Julien Gallot who fathered the child of one of my ancestors' sisters was actually a maternal uncle of mine of many greats. And I now know Julien Gallot even when he was listed as a slave, and it's it's pretty amazing to me as a genealogist to actually go back to see how people acquired their freedom and to know as much about the families that I do know. I'm seeing Julien Gallot being listed at the end of the animal inventory of pigs and horses and land. And to get a succession before he died, he actually had about the same amount of assets as the people who own them. So that's pretty cool that I can actually go back and look into stuff like that. But anyways, I will continue to update people on exactly some of the research that I'm doing just so y'all can get into my mind a little bit. But anyways, thanks for listening.